As Toyo Sees, and my name is Toyo Phillips. Welcome to As Toyo Sees. My name is Toyo Phillips. As Toyo Sees is a talk show that addresses a variety of social issues, from the serious to the amusing, the sad to even the controversial. My guests and I will be addressing these issues and sharing candid experiences that have shaped how we see things. Now it's time for me to introduce my guest of the day, and this is a special one because this person has known me for longer than I have known myself. I'm talking about none other than Mrs. Temitayo Phillips. Welcome to the show, Mommy. Thank you, Mommy. How are you?
I'm fine.
Okay, please have a seat.
Fine.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Good, good. Okay, so there was a sad incident that happened a few months ago. We lost, Nigeria lost a gospel singer, Erica Rubai, and he was really young.
Can you hear the sound? Sound of a heart that's so grateful.
And when I heard about it, the first person that crossed my mind was his wife, Chinon. So I'd met her once, and she was very pleasant, very kind, no airs about her. And I remember we had a similar incident because we lost Daddy, and we were quite young then. And I just thought to have you come on the show to talk about surviving widowhood for young widows and even widowers, people that have lost someone really close to them. And I want to know how you survived that whole experience. How old were you when Daddy passed?
I was in my late 30s.
Okay.
And it was not an easy thing.
What was the first thought that crossed your mind?
The first thought that crossed my mind, I said, so everything is over. My joy, my laughter, my everything is coming to an end so sudden. And I looked up unto God and I said, God, how will I survive this? Number one, the last thing that's on any bright's mind when you are wedding is widowhood. That's the last thing. You don't even think about it. You don't think one day such will happen. You know it will happen, but not so soon. Mine happened so soon. My marriage was just 12 years.
12 years is a long
12,
time.
I know it's not a long time. I don't think we've even started enjoying it anyway. Okay. I was enjoying him. Yes. I was his spoilt wife. He gave me everything. He took care of me.
Okay.
And I'm very grateful to him wherever he is. Yes.
Okay, but ours is a bit different because you know Daddy had sickle cell anemia. So were you prepared for it? I mean, sickle cell is an illness that they say people don't grow old. Do you understand what I'm saying? But I know you're also a medical practitioner, so maybe you had all these drugs together, the folic acid, everything. But were you prepared in any way for it?
I would say we are not God. And you wouldn't say because this person has this, he might die soon. Even people who don't have it, they die.
True.
And so for him to have even lived up to that age, I'm still grateful to God. But I wasn't prepared. Let me tell you, I wasn't prepared. I was looking up to us, celebrating 20, 30, 50, even 100 years of marriage. And as a human being, it happened. Yeah. And we all have emotions. Yeah. And it was not easy for me. Yeah. I cried a lot.
Oh, I remember that. Yes, I remember you shouting, Daddy is gone, Daddy
is
gone.
Yes, I cried a lot.
Yeah.
I cried a lot, and it was very emotional for me. Okay. And I looked at it, I looked at myself, and I said, how will you survive this? How will you survive this? I was enjoying my husband, and cruel death interfered.
So, but did society change towards you? Did people become kinder? Did people become meaner? Like, would you go to certain places and they'll keep quiet?
As a widow, you feel out of place. you may get to a certain place and you will feel out of place. And some were kind, especially the family, and a particular sister, whose name I would not like to mention.
Okay, that's fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
From the family. She was very kind to me. My husband was a twin. The twin brother was okay.
Okay.
The senior brother
Was nice.
yes, was nice.
So the family was supportive.
The family was supportive. And I will have to mention someone.
Okay.
I will have to mention someone.
Do I know the person?
You know the person who was, I wouldn't call him my father-in-law. He was my father. Mr. C. Phillips.
Grandpa was so
Grandpa. He was so sweet a man.
Yeah.
He held on to me tenaciously. Where are you going? You are going nowhere. You are with us, you've been with us, and you'll be with us. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm grateful to him.
Okay, before you make me cry here, we have to go on a short break.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Coming up on As Toyo Sees.
There is no guilt laughing. But before then, you will look at yourself and say, where did I go wrong? Is there anything I should have done that I didn't do? Maybe I should have done it this way. It wouldn't have gone. Maybe I should have done it that way. It wouldn't have gone.
Break and we'll be right back.
Welcome back to the show. I've been talking to my mom about surviving widowhood, and I'm doing this for Chinonso Arubayi and other young widows out there. Okay, mommy, do you ever feel, or is it true that people who have lost someone feel guilty when they go back to doing normal things? Like when you maybe start laughing for the first time, or you have to go back to work and life goes on. Is there like a sense of guilt?
I would say one is an individual. In the course of going about your duties, I mean, in the course of coming to the world, you met, your path crossed, and you decided to spend the remaining days of your life together. But it has not been so. You understand? You felt you were going to spend 10 years, 20 years, 30 years together. But God had a different thing, and he had to go first. Even the Bible says 2 people will be working together. One will be taken away.
Yeah, but the question is, do you feel, was there any guilt?
Wait, let me continue.
Sorry.
This
is what happens when you interview your mom. She puts you in place. That's what's going on now.
On the basis of that, there is no guilt laughing. But before then, you will look at yourself and say, where did I go wrong? Is there anything I should have done that I didn't do? Maybe I should have done it this way. It wouldn't have gone. Maybe I should have done it that way. It wouldn't have gone. I remember the case of a man who died in a helicopter crash. And the wife said, that each morning they commit that day to God, and they always had a prayer of agreement. But that day, there was nothing like that. And she felt it was because they didn't
pray.
They didn't do that. That was why the husband died. You know, it's a sort of guilt. It's a sort of regret. It's a sort of saying, I should have done this. So it happened to me.
Right.
And I said, where did I go wrong? Should I have done this? Should I have gone this way? Should I have gone that way? Where did I go wrong?
So how did you deal with that? When do you stop blaming yourself? How do you stop blaming yourself?
I just got up one day and I gathered myself together and I said, after all, God, I tried my best and I thank you for that. It has pleased you to take him away. But it was not easy for me. Let me tell you something that will make that sounds funny. You know, our Lord Jesus Christ went to, I'm a believer. Our Lord Jesus Christ went to the grave of Lazarus the 4th day and raised him up. And so, the day he was buried, even while he was in the morgue, I was praying. You know, this thing, let me tell you what I did. I took his picture. And I was praying with the picture as if he was still alive. I said, our Lord Jesus Christ, mine must not be an exception. He's gone. But even with the chemical for embalmment, you can still wake him up. My mother was with me, and they were all behind me. Anytime I was praying, they would just look at me. They would not talk. They would not do anything. You know, they would just look at me with pity. And I remember on the 4th day that he was buried, I said, Jesus, you must perform this feat. I just got up that morning. My cousin was with me, Mrs. Tola Folari. I said, and I was with my father-in-law because he never left me. He said I should be in his house. He never. God bless his soul.
God bless his soul.
I told him, I said, Dad, I need a car. He said, where are you going? I said, I need a car, please. Where is the driver to? Where are you going? I said, please, if you don't allow me, if you don't give me a driver today, I don't pray. Maybe I too, I will go. He said, where are you going? So I said, just give me the driver. So he gave me the driver. I told my auntie who was with me and a few people, I said, please get into the car. They got into the car. The driver asked me where. I said, Ikoyi Cemetery. That was where he was buried.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing. And I'm thankful we can actually laugh about it.
No, I prayed. I said, God, by the time I get there, this man must be sitting on his grave. That you will have gone there to wake him up. Well, also, they followed me. Not all of them kept quiet in the car. We entered the cemetery. I went to where he was buried, and I was expecting, you see, it's a sort of frustration. You could see it as a sort of frustration. And when I got there and nothing like that, I wept again. I wept again. I'm not saying Christ cannot do it, but he's gone. I wept again. So again, we came back.
Again, I'm thankful we can actually laugh about it now because I know it was a very painful experience. But it just shows that life actually does go on, and we can pick ourselves up and just keep it moving. Okay, we have to go on another break now. When we get back, I'll be asking my mom what her biggest motivation to move on with life was. Stay tuned.
Coming up on As Toyo Sees.
One Nigerian factor that I don't like. They will come to you, they will tell you don't cry. Why will you not cry when you've lost your husband? Believe me, they were holding you, they will hold you, they will come, they will talk. And to back up, ya will rinko.
Break, I'll be right back.
Welcome back to As Toyo Sees. I'm speaking with my mom, Mrs. Temitayo Phillips, about surviving widowhood. So, Mom, what was your biggest motivation to move on with life? This is where you say it's me, that you looked at me and, is it me?
You know, I was grieving and grieving and grieving. I will not be consoled. You know, even when I had people around me talking to me. And one Nigerian factor that I don't like. They will come to you, they will tell you don't cry. Why will you not cry when you've lost your husband? Believe me, they were holding you, they will hold you, they will come, they will talk. And tó bá jẹ́ pé ya wèrè ńkọ́, àbí tó ń gbé kiri, tó ń ṣe kíní. You know, that's, I would just look at them, I would not. But what motivated me was you. I just looked at it, I said, this grieving must end.
For the sake of this beautiful girl.
And he's gone. Let me gather myself together. Life must continue. I have my own life to live for the sake of this young girl. You were just in essence JS1.
JS1, yeah.
We were just in JS1. And I think the Holy Spirit too motivated me.
Into that.
Motivated me.
Okay, so you just talked about what people said to you that you found off. They'll tell you don't cry. They'll tell you what
exactly.
if you want. So as a consoler, if there's a word like that, I mean, what would be the best thing to say to someone who is grieving? Because people don't really know what to say.
They don't know. Yes. Now that I've gone through it.
Yes.
If anybody loses the husband and I go there,
yeah,
believe me, I don't talk. I just look at the person. And at intervals, I say it is well. You leave the person to grieve.
Yeah.
You don't hold the person and say, don't cry. Definitely, she must show her emotions through crying. I leave the person, say, it is well. It is well. It is well. The Lord will strengthen you. Because it is the Lord who strengthens and who removes the pain. Because the pain is so deep, very deep inside the heart. It's like a sore that does not heal. But God heals wounds, and He does it at His own time. And He will do it as time goes on. Okay. So that's what I do. That's my own way of consolation, of dealing with it.
Okay. Let's talk about remarrying.
I knew you were going to ask.
Excuse me, it's been a long time. 19 years. Did you ever consider remarrying?
Will I say I considered? I just left everything to God.
Okay.
And there was never a time I sat down and I said, I want to remarry or I wish to remarry.
Okay.
I just told God, let your will be done.
Okay.
If it pleases you that I will remarry, I will remarry. But I never sat down to say, I want to remarry.
Okay. A little off topic. Why do you think, well, I see, and I don't know if this is accurate, but I feel like men who lose their wives get married quicker than women who lose their husbands.
Yes. Yes.
Is that accurate?
It's not accurate, but you see, the woman can take care of herself. She can go to the market. She can cook.
I love it.
Yes.
Yes.
She can clean the house.
Yes.
She can do so many things.
Okay.
But the man, if you go to the market, how many men do you see in the marketplace? If you see a man, it looks even odd. If you see a man in the market.
I love my mom. Can I just say this is why I love my mom? This is strength. A woman of strength. Yes.
You see a man in the market, even it looks odd. Exactly.
Okay.
And
so they need someone to take care of them.
They need someone to take care of them.
They are weak.
Yeah, they need someone to take care of them. But some don't.
Yes, I know that.
They stay on their own.
I know that. Okay. Yeah. Final words to young widows. What would you say?
Gather yourself together. Grieve.
Exactly.
Grieve for your loved one.
Exactly.
Grieve for the loss of that happiness, of that joy. But don't let it undermine your health.
Right.
Because too much grief undermines one's health. Gather yourself together. Go along with life. Okay. Get along with life. Go there.
Yeah. We have to take another break. When we get back, you get my final thoughts. Stay tuned.
We're taking a break and we'll be right back.
Welcome back, guys. So these are my final thoughts, and I can only imagine what a young widow goes through. I can only imagine, and it's not easy. That's the truth. I've experienced it with my mom, and she went through it with such strength and resilience. I had to have her on the show. But I'll just say to the young widows out there, please, like my mom has said, feel free to mourn. Don't let anyone rush your mourning process. Don't let anyone rush you through that process. Go through it. But when you've gone through it, come out strong and face the world. The best reward you can give yourself is winning at everything. So win at work, win with your children, be the best you can be through life. And I mean, life goes on, and things always fall into place. That's my belief. So thank you so much for being here, Mommy.
It's my pleasure.
And thank you guys for watching. Stay engaged with the show by following us on social media at As Toyo Sees on Twitter and Instagram. Make someone's life better today. See you next time. Bye.
This is As Toyo Sees, and my name is Toyo Sees. Thank you for watching.